hello there. Let's keep your week rolling just right with the right mix of news and conversation. Whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on and join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hi there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day. All right, so it sounds like you sound better.
Yeah, a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm still having a hard time. And it's hard to breathe when I'm talking.
Yeah.
I think it's my asthma starting to kick in.
May ano ka ba? Yung
Yeah,
inhaler?
kanina nag-inhaler na ako eh. So,
So nakatakot kung nag-asthma ka on
no. I made sure
on air.
I used my inhaler this morning
Okay.
before the show started. So there you
Perfect.
go. But don't worry, guys. We're gonna be here.
This is the worst timing, by the way, for our friend Ann. You know, not our former friend, but our current friend Ann.
Yes.
Dahil wala siyang boses. Pero we have musical guests here later
I
na talagang
know.
generation ni Ann.
Oh, that is so true.
Mm.
Grabe. So later on, we will be joined by OPM legends Ding Mercado, Mitch Valdes, and Leah Navarro. Ding Mercado and Leah Navarro were able to join us before. Remember
Yeah.
when they promoted that Boots Anson Roa
Yes.
fundraising show? So they performed already on the show, but this time they have instruments with them.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, like, you know, so
it's
excited
like
for
watching
that.
a concert live on this here in the studio. So that's happening later on for Day Mix. And of course, Pao, August is, aside from being buwan ng wika, it's also breastfeeding month.
Anong Tagalog nun?
Ang hirap.
Okay, so National Breastfeeding Awareness Month.
So National Breastfeeding Awareness Month, the month of August. That's why later on the doctor will be joining us for Health Matters. We will be talking about, the importance, significance, and the health benefits
Of course.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, and it's also nice that we are now seeing more public spaces opening up, spaces specifically for breastfeeding also.
Yes.
Diba? So, importante yun. But of course, there are a lot of health benefits, of course, for babies. We're gonna find out more and more about it later
Yeah.
on. Especially kung ano nga ba ang talagang mga benefits for both the mother and the child.
Yes.
So, a lot to talk about there. But of course, we are also all online and we are listening very intently yung mga sinasabi po ninyo. So, you can catch us where at?
Facebook and on YouTube. Go ahead and join us there. We are live, and also you can send us your comments there, messages, and your questions for our doctor later for Health Matters, or if you want to chime in on the special concert that we
Yeah.
have later on
Pwede
for
ba
Day
mag-request?
Mix. Well, I guess. Pwede.
No.
Let's see,
Natin, no?
diba? But
Gawin natin session talaga.
Oo,
So guys, pasok kayo.
yeah, go
Oo.
ahead and send those messages, and we'll see. They might, give in to those requests of yours
Especially
this morning.
classic OPM siguro.
I love classic OPM.
Baka,
I feel
Manila
like
Sound or sorry.
Manila
go ahead.
Sound, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't make music the way they used to back then.
I think it really has evolved. Kasi, the sound, the instrument, and of course, syempre, yung influences natin.
Yeah.
Like, we're so much more global right now. But then, this is a nice throwback to a time wherein talagang rinig na rinig mo yung Filipino flavor
Yeah.
in certain OPM. Not to say that OPM now does not have that Filipino flavor. It's just
It
that
does, but the
back
old
then,
songs are just so different. It's like every time you listen to these old songs, it brings you back home.
yeah, it does. It
Diba?
does. Ito yung mga kinakaraoke session ng mga tito nyo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so we'll hear more about
Me
that later on.
included.
Actually, kanina
Kanina
nag-karaoke
nga
session.
kumakanta tayo
God.
eh.
In fairness, like, I really enjoyed some of the songs that we were singing a while
that
ago.
was
So,
really nice.
Yeah, anyway, we have all of that later on. But first, let's get the show on the road and see how things are on the road.
Yes, let's check the situation in major roads at this hour. Here's a look, guys, at EDSA Orense in Makati. As you can see, everything's already starting to look very busy on the left side of your screens. You're seeing vehicles going to Pasay. So heavy traffic already building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, light traffic. Right side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Now this time, let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. Left side of your screens are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. So if you're heading southbound, it's already looking very busy, moderate to heavy traffic on that lane. Opposite side, right side are for vehicles going to Cubao, light traffic on that stretch. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Tuesday, guys. So vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, what will the weather be like this Tuesday? Let's find out from Paolo as it gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Thank you so much, Anne. Now let's take a look at Tropical Depression Juan Ding, which we have been monitoring the past few days. Now this has slightly picked up speed as it moves north-northeast towards the Ryukyu Islands. Now as of 3 a.m., the center of Juan Ding was located 635 kilometers east-northeast of Itbayat, Batanes. It has maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour and gusts of up to 10 kilometers per hour, or rather 70 kilometers per hour, but moving at around 10 kilometers per hour. As I move on over the side para makita nyo ang mga detalye. Now, Juan Ding is expected to exit the Philippine Air Responsibility this morning and may pass near or over the Ryukyu Islands within the day. Now, the good news, it will remain a tropical depression and will not directly affect the country. Now, for our weather, the southwest monsoon is on break, while the easterlies dominate the southern zone, Visayas, and Mindanao. So the easterlies are coming in over here with the southwest monsoon, not so active this time around. Now, let's take a look at Luzon, the Bicol region, Quezon, and Mimaropa, where you can expect cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. Motorists, watch out for slippery roads during sudden downpours especially. Now, for Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon, it will be a warm and humid day with partly cloudy to cloudy skies, isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening. Now, in the Visayas region, expect cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms all throughout the region. Students, don't forget to bring your umbrella, your rain gear before heading out. In Mindanao, particularly over in the Zamboanga Peninsula, right over here, northern Mindanao, Caraga, and the Davao region, you can expect cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. Now, for the rest of Mindanao, generally fair weather conditions all throughout the day. But a reminder to our farmers especially, take advantage of the dry hours this morning and also hydrate yourselves to continue field work safely. Now, on to our sea conditions. Good news because there is no gale warning in effect. Now, you can expect light to moderate seas across the country. So to all of our fisher folk and marine travelers, it is generally safe to head out to sea. But remember, always stay safe and stay updated with your local weather to make sure that there are no untoward events. Now, let's take a look at the global weather. Looking at the weather around the globe, relatives gathered outside a morgue in Buner on Sunday to claim the bodies of flood victims in northwestern Pakistan. Flash floods triggered by intense rains have killed at least 341 people since Friday. The Buner district was worst hit with more than 200 deaths, including women and children. Drone video shows destroyed homes and debris-filled streets as rescuers resumed relief efforts after heavy rains forced a pause. Officials say a rare cloudburst dumped over 150 millimeters of rain in just 1 hour, sweeping away houses and vehicles. 11 more people were killed in Swabi district as rains continued. Authorities have sent food, medicine, and tents to the affected areas. Nationwide, monsoon floods have killed more than 660 people since late June. Now moving on over to the Atlantic as Hurricane Erin tears across. The Atlantic's first hurricane of the season has exploded into a monster storm. Hurricane Erin, now a Category 4, roared past the Caribbean with winds of up to 140 miles per hour after briefly reaching the most dangerous Category 5. In the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, seas are already raging, with authorities warning boats to stay in port and residents to brace for dangerous swells. On the U.S. East Coast, North Carolina's Outer Banks are on alert. Evacuation orders are in place as forecasters warn of 20-foot waves, flooding, and deadly rip currents by midweek. Erin's massive size and rapid growth make it one of the fastest strengthening storms on record, and it's expected to remain a powerful hurricane through the week, even as it stays offshore. Now that is it for Weather HQ at the moment, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now on to our headlines this morning. A Senate controversy has led to the resignation of Nadia Montenegro a staff member of Senator Robin Padilla, after she was linked to a report about alleged marijuana use inside the Senate building. In her resignation letter, Montenegro denied the accusation, saying she only used a grape-flavored vape and stressed her decision was out of respect for the Senate and not an admission of guilt. The issue prompted senators to call for mandatory random drug testing, with Senate President Chiz Escudero confirming that a new policy is being finalized. Meantime, some senators have voluntarily taken drug tests to push for a drug-free Senate.
Para sa ganun, baka maengganyo din ang ating mga kasamahan dahil ang gusto rin po natin magkaroon ng drug-free Senate.
I already told my staff, my COS, na tomorrow magpadala dito ng taga-PDEA and pwedeng mag-witness yung mga taga-media. Lahat, starting from me, hanggang sa janitor ko, magpapadrug test kami.
Well, you know, it was one of the things that I believe made rounds online. This whole joint session, quote unquote.
Joint session.
Pero again, Nadia refusing to admit, rather refusing guilt, but then resigning for
Out of respect for the Senate. Yeah.
I think that's the term used. You're absolutely right. I think that it was just the proper move, I guess, considering all of the hoopla being thrown around about this issue.
Because I don't think it's going to end. You know, people like throwing those hurtful messages, maybe bashing her online. It's not going to end until, you know, she steps down and mahirap na may controversy kasi.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very respectful decision.
And we're seeing the letter a while ago from Senator Soto, and said there to promote a drug-free workplace, I believe, there to maintain a drug-free
I am
workplace.
all for mandatory random drug testing,
Yeah.
especially in government offices.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is, as we see here, the letter here, this is to Senate President Chiz Escudero. To maintain a drug-free workplace, I'm asking that a mandatory random drug testing be immediately conducted in the Senate in accordance with the pertinent policy order in place. So there is that policy order already in general, diba,
Yeah.
for random drug testing. But I think...
It's the implementation.
yeah, no, I mean, it's not just the implementation, but then right now, syempre, mas heightened yung awareness nila dahil sa nangyari.
I think during the time that Senator Tito was the head of the Senate, he had this random or mandatory drug testing implemented during his time.
Yeah.
And then natigil yata. I heard him mention that in one of his interviews. And then natigil nung hindi na siya yung Senate President. So now he wants it back. And I think we do need that, not just in the Senate, but in all government offices.
Yeah.
Diba?
I mean, like, what's interesting for me is that the defense was it was grape-flavored vape.
Grape-flavored vape.
But at the same time,
That smells like marijuana.
I don't know. I legit
curious.
don't know.
I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Kasi,
Because
look, I'm sure the sergeant at arms is aware of yung amoy ng marijuana.
yeah, di ba we were talking about that? That it has a distinct smell.
Yeah.
And you can tell if it's really marijuana.
So, right
Even
now,
from far away, if you smell that.
Yeah, even from far away.
Yeah.
Sobrang curious ako. Ano bang amoy ng grape vape na yan?
Di kasi ako nagve-vape, so I have no idea.
Ako rin eh. So like, we need the online experts to tell us or anyone in general to tell us.
Yung mga nagve-vape. Message nyo nga kami.
Kung similar nga ba.
I mean, if anyone watching is, you know, using vape, which we do not recommend, but if
Yeah.
you are using that
By the way,
grape
we're not
flavored,
condoning,
we're
but,
not, of course, but let us know if it does smell like marijuana. We're curious.
So curious. All right, so let's move on.
Yes.
Because at least 17 mayors are urging President Marcos to hold politicians accountable, even jail time, or rather jail them if necessary, over the alleged flood control anomalies. Now, this comes after the Commission on Audit launched a fraud probe into billions worth of flood projects following the president's directive. The group Mayors for Good Governance, led by Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong and Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, warned that corruption in substandard projects is getting worse. More mayors are expected to join the push for cleaner spending in the Public Works Department. Now, this is so interesting, especially when we're talking about the money involved. I believe this push to jail politicians is
Who are involved in this
who are involved in
anomaly.
these anomalous
Yes.
flood control projects it's obviously it's ambitious because it requires a lot of political will.
Yes.
It requires a lot of political will and realizing that you're probably going to step on the toes of yung mga allies mo.
That's true.
Right?
But it was our president who said it himself that even if kaalyado, wala
Yeah.
siyang sasantuhin, di ba?
Oo. So, talagang test
We'll
talaga to ng
see.
political will.
Yeah, we will see what happens next.
Yes.
You know what? I follow them, the Mayors for Good Governance group on Facebook. I follow them because I love the alliance of all these mayors. Like Mayor Joy is there,
Yeah.
Vico Soto is there, and putting together like Benjamin Magalong and Vico Soto together is like, wow.
Yeah, they're very vocal about their the way that some projects are being done. If I'm not mistaken, si Mayor Vico Soto did a recent post explaining kung yung sa savings,
Yes.
like when there
In
are
Pasig,
projects,
yeah.
government projects, and that technically dapat walang savings kasi dapat ginagastos yan para sa tao. So, mas para sa taong bayan. But of course, it's easier said than done. I've seen projects even me because sports tech yung beat ko. I've seen the PSC have savings when it comes to certain renovations. At syempre,
Okay.
you're now wondering, ano na mangyayari sa mga bilyon
Oh yeah,
na na-save.
the money saved, where does it go?
Yeah. So,
Diba?
I mean, like, each
Okay.
department has their own thing. So, we'll see what this type of pressure brings about. Kung may makukulong nga
Yes.
na mga opisyal who are involved in anomalous flood control projects.
Yes. Now, moving on, illegal online gambling continues to slip through strict regulations, with operators now using encrypted messaging apps like Viber and Telegram to reach players. The Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center says international syndicates are behind most of these operations, hiding abroad while targeting players in the Philippines. Authorities are now tracking money trails, including cryptocurrency, and are working with app companies to detect and shut down illegal groups. Officials warn that even players caught betting on illegal gambling sites could face multiple charges. You know, I feel like the argument whether to have stricter regulations or a total ban, dito pumapasok yung they will find a way to get into the system, diba? Even if you ban it, they'll go underground, and now it's going to be more difficult to bring them down.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's also the effectivity
Ngayon,
of
may
yung,
sa Viber na, right?
yeah, Viber, Telegram,
It's crazy.
all of these apps. Kasi, syempre, madali na eh. Like, all you need is to send a link and you're able to access these sites or maybe
Yeah,
even link
yeah.
your accounts towards certain gambling sites. I remember I had the privilege to listen to si Attorney Karen's interview with Congressman Brian Poe, and he was actually giving his side on illegal gambling, and he had he was concerned about kung nag-total ban nga tayo. You're right, it would go
Yeah,
underground.
they'd go underground.
Yeah, and at the same
They'll
time,
find a way.
how do you implement that? How do you implement that from a point of view of yung government po natin? And I actually think that when you take a look at the issues that need to be addressed, there needs to be more research on it. Simply because this is very drastic. It involves financial apps. It involves legitimate companies as well.
Yes,
right?
that's right.
So there are different ways that we have to look
But
at.
it is a growing concern.
It is.
Right now, this year, 32 million. We have 32 million e-game players, which is a 29% increase from last year's 8.2 million. Ang laki ng jump,
Yeah,
right? So people are really getting addicted, and it's a growing number, a concerning
The question is there also,
number.
are they actually addicted or are they, like, at the same time, is
Yeah,
it fair to
yeah, is
consider
it- yes.
all online gamers?
But it's a big
yes.
leap,
Yes,
right?
yes, it's a
From
huge
last year's
percentage.
number. Yeah.
Yes. So, my goodness, we're not done talking about this. I
Yes.
love talking about this because it's so interesting.
That's right.
And I know personally a few people who have lost quite a bit because of online gambling. So, we're going to see what type of progression there is when it comes to the regulation or maybe
Total
the
ban.
banning
Yes.
of the online gambling. So, we move on because Davao City acting mayor Pastor Duterte takes a jab at President Bongbong Marcos, calling his flood control project crackdown a PR stunt. Now, that's after PBBM said he will stop at nothing to hold officials and contractors accountable for corruption. Vastes said he doubts anyone will get punished.
Hindi yan. Hindi yan abulin. Kasi kung kinasuhan niya na yan sana kung talagang ano yan, totoo yung mga sinasabi niya. Kinasuhan niya na yan. Diretso na yan. Hindi mo ba may takutin mo, tapos i-negotiate mo.
In the same media conference then, Sir Harv's Mayor, he also presented the new website.
The president, no?
Yes, the president also presented the Sumbong sa Pangulo na website, Mayor, in which they will be listing all the flood control projects in the
Website. Kasuhan mo na, diretso. Website ka mo. Daming drama.
Now, in world news, leaders from Europe met with U.S. President Donald Trump, calling for a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. The leaders of Germany, Britain, France, Italy, Finland, and the European Union accompanied Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on his Washington trip, along with NATO's Secretary General. Trump had been pressing for a quick end to Europe's deadliest war in 80 years, but Kyiv and its allies worry he could settle in favor of Russia's terms after a productive meeting at the Alaskan summit last week.
Moving on to sports, Carlos Alcaraz won the Cincinnati Open after top seed Jannik Sinner retired while feeling unwell, ending his 26-match hard-court winning streak. Now, the Spanish star was leading 5-0 in the first set of the final when Sinner called it quits after just 23 minutes. This now raises questions about Sinner's fitness ahead of his U.S. Open title defense. Alcaraz, who lifted his third Masters 1000 title this season, apologized to his rival and praised him as a, quote, true champion.
All right, here's your first cup of tea this morning. Uy, para sa'yo to, Pao. Kasi di ba matatakutin ka?
Of course.
A spooky new horror film puts a dog front and center as Good Boy brings the haunted house genre to life through a canine's eyes. The story follows a retriever named Indy and his owner Todd as they move into a deserted family home in the countryside where the loyal dog senses a dark presence no one else can see. The dog must then battle a malevolence intent on dragging his beloved Todd into the afterlife. Good Boy hits theaters October 3, promising a terrifying but heartfelt twist on man's best friend. I just hope that the dog does not die in this movie. If it doesn't die in that movie,
You know what?
I'll watch it. I'm all for it.
I forgot. I think there's a website. I think there's an online account. I have to double check it. That actually will tell you kung may aso na namamatay in certain TV shows or films.
So we gotta check.
Yeah.
If the dog survives in this movie. I hope so.
Main character energy naman to because you're telling the story from the from the perspective.
Point of view.
Yeah,
from the point of view of the dog.
Yeah. So okay,
So it's the
website,
dog seeing the spirit.
So sorry, the website, according to our producer Kels, who's obviously a dog fan also,
Okay.
is doesthedogdie.com.
Oh my gosh.
Does
There's
the dog
actually
die
a site like
no,
that?
seryoso ako.
Oh my
Importante
goodness.
to.
Pero
okay?
yeah, true. Kasi I don't like watching movies
Alam mo,
where the dogs die.
Alam mo, there's one exception. John Wick.
Oh
John
yeah,
Wick.
John
Because
Wick.
it is
Pero at least pinaglaban siya ni
No,
John
kasi
Wick.
ito yung punto ko okay? John Wick is the only dog revenge movie I
Yeah.
could think of, right?
Yeah.
You abuse a dog, John Wick goes for you. 'Di ba? Habulin ka ni John Wick.
And that's forever already the meme, you know. If you
Yeah.
abuse a dog,
Yeah.
John Wick is gonna go after you.
Yes. Oo.
Oh,
Sorry, tumas yung boses ko, pero totoo yan.
I'm excited about Good Boy because I feel like this is the first time that Hollywood touched on a dog POV horror movie. Kasi merong mga other comedies na dogs,
Air
di ba?
Bud.
Yeah, but this one horror. So let's see.
Yeah,
It's gonna
so-
be exciting.
Oof, I'm excited for that. Also,
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, parang baka ma-John Wick yung ghost.
Kasi ba't natakot din niya? Takot ka nga kay
Oo
Poms
nga, pero, oh my gosh. Takot kay Poms. But anyway, go ahead.
Second cup of tea. A development into the case of Friends actor Matthew Perry's death. A California woman known as the Ketamine Queen has agreed to plead guilty to supplying the drug that killed the actor. Jasveen Sangha is scheduled to go on trial in September. Prosecutors say she will plead guilty to 5 federal charges in total. An autopsy concluded that Perry died from the acute effects of ketamine that, combined with other factors, caused the actor to lose consciousness and drown in his hot tub on October 28, 2023. He was 54 years old.
That is obviously, I mean, like, just to go back to Matthew Perry's passing, obviously, I grew up watching Chandler.
Friends?
Yeah, and Friends, you know. I mean, like, the younger generation feel that, you know, it is a product of its time, that it's not, you know, racially sensitive and all of that. Pero, I mean, like, I think yung impact ng Friends is so
It's different.
long-lasting.
Yes.
Ibang-iba eh. I mean, like, I, you know, I'm obviously sad to see that Matthew Perry did pass. But then maybe this news here will help some of his fans find a bit more closure.
Yes.
Kasi these guys, the 6 friends, it felt like they were a big part of us growing up. It felt like we grew up alongside them at one point.
Yeah.
Oo,
People
so-
actually go pa rin to the sites where they shot Friends,
I
right?
want to go to
Diba?
Central Perk. Ganun
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
And some people still have Rachel's hairstyle.
Oh, that's so true.
Oh, yung the Rachel. Just look up
The
the Rachel. For the
Rachel.
younger generation out there, hanapin yung the Rachel.
Google it now. Google it right now.
Oo, some people are mad at Ross now, but don't worry. Back then, galit din kami kay Ross.
Okay, so that's our tea for this morning. Now it's time for us to find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Kumain ng mainit. Bawasan ang malalamig, lalo na pagpanahon o tuwing gabi. Silver at 6. Kay Year of the Ox naman tayo, hindi mo kailangan ipilit ang sarili sa taong paulit-ulit kang tinatalikuran. Blue at 8. Kay Tiger naman tayo, tahimik pero epektibo. Ang tunay na alas ay hindi kailangan mag-ingay. White at 5. Kay Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, wag makipaglandian online. Baka may sumingit na hindi mo kakilala o hindi mo kauri. Baka hanggi ghost. Pink at 2. Kay Year of Dragon naman tayo, wag ipasok ang sweldo sa wallet na luma at sira na. Bad feng shui kasi yan. Yellow at 3. Kay Year of the Snake naman tayo, may gustong manggulo. Kaya kalma, keep calm at mag-pray. Violet at 9. Ito naman, kay Year of the Horsey, mag-reconnect ka sa dati mong mentor. May guidance at wisdom sila na need mo ngayon. Green at 7. Kay Year of the Sheep naman tayo, iwas tayo sa mga alak at labis na magpapapuyat. Just take a good rest. Importante yun. Red at 1. Kay Year of the Monkey naman tayo, huwag pumasok sa bagong kontrata. Tapusin ang ghost month. Delay mo muna yan. Tan at 4. Kay Year of the Rooster, magsuot ng simpleng kulay. Iwas sa atensyon. Iwas abala. Beige at 6. Kay Year of the Dog naman tayo, hindi lahat ng pa-cute ay inosente. Iwas tayo sa love trap. Blue at 8. At kay Year of the Pig naman, ayusin ang lucky corner mo. Linisin at i-anoint at i-bless yan. Gold at 9. Paalala lang ito po ay patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. Now, this August is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. After the break on Health Matters, we tackle the life-saving benefits for mothers nursing their babies. That story after the break with OB-GYN and breastfeeding advocate Doc Mikaela Erlinda Bucu. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Breastfeeding saves lives and gives babies the healthiest start to their lives. This National Breastfeeding Awareness Month, we discuss the life-saving benefits of mother's milk to infants. That on Health Matters. And we are joined today by Dr. Mikaela Erlinda Bucu, OB-GYN and breastfeeding advocate. Beautiful day, Doc Mika. That's what we call you. Yes. Good morning, Doc Mika.
Morning, Doc.
So August is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. First and foremost, Doc, why is it important to have, this awareness on breastfeeding?
Well, it's August we take August as a time to celebrate breastfeeding because we want people to be more aware of the benefits of breastfeeding, not just for the infant, but also for the
moms.
Moms, yes. And I think through the years we've already established the benefits of breastfeeding. This month we want to focus more on our role as the support to these nursing mothers. So breastfeeding is not easy. I think that's one of the myths that we want to bust, because nursing women get or new mothers get discouraged when they don't get it the first time. They expect the babies to know how to latch as soon as they come out. When actually it's babies are born with a reflex to look for the mother's breast, but they don't know how to actually latch onto the breast, and the mother, she needs to know the different positions to make breastfeeding efficient.
I feel like you need to blame Hollywood for this, because in movies you see how easy it is, diba? Parang the mother will just get the baby tapos automatic nagla-latch na. But that really doesn't happen in real life.
No, and that's where we healthcare providers come in, because we're here to support the mother, to make sure that the latch is correct, that the position is also comfortable for the mom. The focus is so much on the baby that we forget the mother also. So that's what we want to focus this breastfeeding month. And we just had the breastfeeding congress a few weeks back, and there were actually testimonials about the role of the father, the mother of the mother. So it was a very good discussion.
When we talk about Breastfeeding Awareness Month, that entails that may konting gap of knowledge that siguro the common people, the lay people, are surprised to hear about when they talk about breastfeeding. Akala na napakasimple, na nagla-latch on kagad, like you mentioned, but at the same time, even the benefits. So when you talk to all of these people who are not yet aware, as you go on your awareness campaign, what are the biggest things or the most common surprises that they have when you go and share about breastfeeding?
Well, the most common thing we get asked about breastfeeding is, first of all, is it supposed to hurt? Because especially during the first few months. So that's one thing we always correct. So if the latch of the baby is correct, there shouldn't be any pain. There is rawness, the feeling of rawness for the first 2 weeks, but after that, there shouldn't be any pain. So if there is pain, please approach any lactation consultant or any OB-GYN or pediatrician to help you with the latch. Other surprising things that we get asked, does the mother have to stop breastfeeding when she goes back to work? That's a common question. Well, the answer is no. Actually, the breastfeeding continues even when you do go back to the workplace. We already have a law that protects nursing mothers. They should be provided an adequate venue for breastfeeding for pumping at work, and also a break, a lactation, pumping break. And that's already in, I think, RA 128. So those are some of the things that get asked a lot.
Doc Mika, how long should a woman breastfeed? And when you talk about breastfeeding, does it have to be exclusive breastfeeding? How long ba? Is there like a recommended number of months by the World Health Organization or UNICEF?
Yes. So there is a recommended period for exclusive breastfeeding. So when we say exclusive breastfeeding, it means that breast milk is the only food that you will give your baby. So no water, no formula, no, I know it's common to give yung pinaghugasan ng bigas.
Yes, yung am.
So, the am.
the
So
am.
you don't need that. You don't need that.
Okay.
For the first 6 months, your breast milk is enough because baby's digestive system is still immature at this time, and breast milk is tailored to this immature digestive system.
Okay.
So they don't need any supplements for the first 6 months. So first 6 months, exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay.
Now after the 6th month, you can already start introducing solid food. So this is when complementary feeding, that's why it's called complementary feeding, because it's just, it's still breast milk. That's the main source of nutrients and energy for the baby, but you are already able to introduce solid foods. So we usually start off with soft vegetables and fruits that are steamed, and then this is carried on up to the first year of life. So again, exclusive breast milk only for the first 6 months, complementary feeding for the 6th month mark up to the 12th month mark, and then after that, you can give regular meals after the first year, and with breastfeeding to complete breastfeeding for 2 years. So that is the recommendation by the UNICEF, the first 1,000 days, that's what they call it actually.
Okay.
So it's from conception up to the 2nd year of life.
Well, just a bit of clarification, by the way, because you mentioned the RA. So it is the Expanded Breastfeeding Promotion Act 2009, or the RA 10028. So that's for people curious, you can look that up. But I also now want to touch on the fact that kanina na-mention natin that normally kapag breastfeeding yung pinag-uusapan, yung sanggol ang nagiging focus. Pero may
Yes.
mga benepisyo rin para sa mga nanay or even the people around the mom. So when we talk about that, what does that actually mean? Ano yung mga benepisyo nila, especially for yung immediate family that are supporting the mother as well?
Okay, so the benefits for the mother immediately after birth, when the baby latches, it encourages the release of a hormone, oxytocin. So we know this as the love hormone, but for obstetricians, oxytocin is our friend because it makes the uterus contract. So it makes it contract after delivery, preventing postpartum hemorrhage or bleeding after childbirth. So that's one of the main benefits of early latch and breastfeeding. Now, aside from this, breastfeeding. So mothers will. I don't want to. Okay, I don't want...
Hindi siya fitness hack.
Hindi siya fitness hack.
Oo,
And
hindi bigla ko itong
some
breastfeed ka, may abs ka na.
No.
But kasi some
But
moms have observed that when they breastfeed, they lose weight.
They lose weight.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
don't want to discourage some mothers kasi they come to me and they say, Doc, I thought I was gonna lose all the pregnancy weight.
Oh, may expectations na
So, may
ganon.
expectations.
Yeah.
So, of course, with proper diet also,
Oh,
and
of course.
physical activity, yes, you can reach your pre-pregnancy weight with
the help of breastfeeding.
with the help of
The
breastfeeding.
help of breastfeeding.
Yeah.
With the help, not
just
breastfeeding
purely
alone.
Not solely breastfeeding.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Di babalik yung abs mo porket nag-breastfeed ka. Okay.
Unless mag-breastfeed ka, tapos nagka-crunches
Nagka-crunches.
ka,
Ang
di
galing
ba?
mo naman nun. Oh, I don't think that's a proper latching position, ha? Oo.
But Doc, you know, sa mga patients mo, what do you see na nagiging hurdles
For breastfeeding?
for breastfeeding? Kasi let's admit it, not all moms are able to breastfeed. What are the challenges, you know, that
I think
keeps
it's
them from...
it's the mindset. The mindset of it being difficult. So I don't discourage my patients, but actually my priming for breastfeeding starts even before they give birth. So I always tell my patients, don't worry about labor and delivery. That's the easy part. The harder part is after delivery, when you do breastfeeding and caring for the newborn.
Yeah.
Why? Because aside from the pain and all the discomfort that comes with breastfeeding, it's actually the feeling of being alone. Because you're breastfeeding in one corner, you see your husband sleeping soundly while you take care of your baby. So that's one of the challenges. And how do I remedy this or help them overcome these challenges? I involve the husband. So encouraging the husband to support the mother during breastfeeding is really a recipe for a successful breastfeeding journey. And specifically how? Well, I tell my patients, okay, mommy is in charge of breastfeeding. That's the only job that you are in charge of. The rest would be the father, or perhaps if the father is not available, another family member. So changing the diapers, burping, etc. should be the father's role, so that the mother has time to rest and recover.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that helps them in terms of keeping their mental health intact.
That's true.
Because that's what I usually hear, that it's such a lonely
It is.
job for
It
the
is.
first
Yeah.
few months
Yeah.
after delivery.
Okay, so bilang lalaki, I can tell you right now, medyo I don't have the right to be shocked, but I guess I can be. Na
Shocked, why?
Kasi sinabi ni Doc, mas mahirap yung breastfeeding kaysa sa delivery. That's the easy part. Quote unquote. Yan yung
Easy
sinabi mo.
part.
Oh,
I'm
that's
trying
the
to
easy
think of
part.
my experience kasi nahirapan ako nung labor and delivery ko.
Oh, napaisip ka,
Trying
diba?
to compare.
No, but then
But-
yeah. No, the reason why I also want to bring that up is because you also mentioned the role of the husband there. Some people, or at least maybe some husbands, again, wala pa akong anak, I think. When you take a look at the role of yung husband in ensuring that, kasi it doesn't feel like it's just a physical exertion. It also feels like it's mental and psychological.
Yes,
So
it
how can
is,
the
and
husband
emotional.
provide that type of support?
So, well, as I mentioned, for the physical part, that's when the husband helps when he gets the baby to do the burping and lets the mother rest, right? So other forms of support would be, number one, never question your wife's milk output. You know, I have some patients, and they come to me and say, my husband is asking me if I'm making enough milk. So that's a no-no, because that already plants seeds of doubt in the mother's head. So instead of doing that, encourage the mother instead. Ask her what she wants. What can I do to make you feel more comfortable? Do you need anything? Prepare her meal, or take care of the household while she is focused on the baby. That would also help.
Doc, just in case we have, viewers who are nursing moms watching us right now, what are practical tips that you can give, especially do sa mga wala nga masyadong ma-produce na milk, diba? What are things that they can do or consume, diba?
Okay, so number one, it's very, very rare that a mother would lack milk. So breastfeeding is there's a demand and supply rule in breastfeeding. So in order for you to increase your milk supply, do unlimited latching. So every time that the baby would want or seem like the baby would want to latch, just put the baby next to the breast and see if it will latch. The trick is complete emptying of the breast. That's why maganda talaga ang direct breastfeeding, because with direct breastfeeding, I'm not saying pumping is less than that. It's just that with direct breastfeeding, there is the negative energy. So if you can imagine the baby on the breast, there's the negative pressure of sucking, and there's also a positive pressure of the tongue massaging the breast. So it's complete emptying of the breast. And when the breast is completely emptied, it signals the brain to produce more milk.
Okay.
So that's how you can really increase your breast milk. So that's one, supply and demand. Second, keep yourself hydrated. So it's really consuming about 4 liters of water a day, that much.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't, there's no specific fluid, water is fine. Some would recommend buko juice.
Oo, yung iba nga, malunggay.
Malunggay,
And ano,
well, we'll get to that. That one
Okay.
naman are galactagogues. So, hydration is very, very important.
Okay.
Number 3, well-balanced diet. So, you cannot make milk if you do not have the calories to make or the energy to make it. So well-balanced meal is very important. I think I also want to take this opportunity to stress that protein intake is very important when you're breastfeeding. Some moms, they feel that because there's some degree of muscle wasting when you breastfeed. So make sure that you take enough protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, we go to the galactagogues.
Yes.
So malunggay is a good supplement. So galactagogues are supplements that can help encourage you to produce more milk. So the most popular one is malunggay, and it has a lot of calcium, and it could really increase milk production. So there are also other supplements in the market, but I'd like to warn some others that not all galactagogues will work for you. Please consult your doctor before you take these galactagogues, because it can thicken. Some galactagogues can thicken the milk so much that can lead to clogged milk ducts.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, I'm sorry, but we have to wrap things up. Ako, nag-notes na ako dito. Do not question breast milk production.
Yeah, don't.
Oo. Noted.
At least meron kang guide,
May
diba?
guide na ako.
Doc, very, very quickly, because we really have to wrap things up. We always ask this to our guests. This show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful?
What makes my day beautiful? Happy nursing moms and happy babies.
Ayun.
Thank you
Breastfeeding
so much
Awareness
for
Month.
joining us today, Dr. Mikaela Erlinda Bucu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you, Paolo.
Thank you so much once again. Now, we're gonna move on, because if nostalgia is your cup of tea, you're in for a treat today. The 70s and 80s were a golden era for OPM, but don't take it from us, because OPM legends themselves will join us later on the show. Mitch Valdes and Ding Mercado on Day Mix after the break. Don't go away. Beautiful Day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, if you don't know the OGs of OPM, well, get schooled. Because today, we bring you the hit makers that help define original Filipino music. Here's Mitch Valdes and Ding Mercado as they perform your song on Day Mix.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live.
If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one is for you. You can tell everybody this is a song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's gone, I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind that I put down in words
How wonderful life is while you're in the world. This is Monette Silvestre.
I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross.
But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep me turned on. You can tell everybody this is the song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's gone, I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind that I put down in words
How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind that I put down in words
How wonderful life is while you're in the
Oh, man, thank you so much for that performance, Ding and
morning,
Mitch.
everyone.
Our keyboardist today, Monette Silvestre. Thank you so much.
So we will sit with
Yes,
you.
have a seat. Thank you so much for gracing us with that song. Alam kong umagang-umaga at napakahirap kumanta sa umaga.
Well, from our age, we try not to sing in the morning, but
Mga namumuo sa throat. But we managed.
we woke up at 4 o'clock and started going.
Grabe yung
But
warm-up kailangan eh, no?
that was amazing. I mean, if they sounded like that so early in the morning, imagine
Oh,
how
thank
they
you.
would sound like
Thank you very much.
in the middle of the
In the
day.
evening.
Thank you
diba?
very much.
Yeah.
And thank you for having us. And thank you for to Monette Silvestre. He's not
Yes,
supposed to
for
be
accompanying us.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Monette.
Monette.
Thank you.
It's so funny kasi habang sa soundcheck kanina si Monette for that song, kami ni Ann
Oo,
kumakanta.
kami yung
Ang pangit ng
kumakanta.
boses namin kumpara sa inyo.
Ay,
So
sana,
again,
kaya pala natimplahan kami ng ibang
Oo.
Kayo ang nag-sound check. Kaya pala we sound
I'm
like
so
that.
sorry, Miss Mitch.
kaya pala ganun. Oo.
We apologize for that.
Yeah, my gosh. But Ding, if I remember correctly, last time we were here, we actually helped promote yung Into the Groove, I believe,
That's
last
correct.
September. So, kamusta naman yun?
Oh,
It
no.
went
Into the Groove is
very
their new
well.
song.
They were on
It's their
their
new show.
feet.
Okay.
Dancing, and this is what they can look forward to,
Yes,
right?
yung group namin na we're called OPM Friends. The history is last year they got together to do caroling to raise funds for our OPM friends who are no longer working or who can no longer sustain themselves. So
They
we
need
help
financial assistance.
Yes,
for their
financial
medical
assistance,
bills.
medical bills, etc., etc. So we're trying to go around and raise funds. So it's not only OPM songs. We do also a lot of covers of the international songs because people want to dance, and then all the senior citizens get up and dance. And then all the children get up and dance because their parents
Because-
told them to get up and dance.
They cannot relate to the music now. It doesn't give them that groove when they listen to the
Yes.
music now. So basically, they always look forward to 70s and 80s music for them.
Yeah, for a
to
little
really
nostalgia.
get down.
True that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was telling Paolo nga kanina, we were talking about this off the air, na there's really nothing like the old songs, the classic.
That's showing
Yes,
your
indeed.
age.
Well, I never did try to hide my age, Miss Mitch.
And they still play
That's
it
what old
now.
people say. Alam mo, yung panahon namin.
Pero I
Oo.
feel like that is the golden era of
Well,
of
it's
music.
very different music these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah,
You know, it's very different. And maybe at that time it was more melodic.
Yes.
I think, and but the young ones, they will surprise you also.
Yeah, when you talk about, I remember that generation simply because that's when we start coining the term Manila sound
Right.
in particular. But then you also mentioned that yung mga former generations hindi nakaka-relate sa music ngayon. But then, are you surprised when you see younger generations still relating to yung music from the 70s and 80s?
True that.
That is a telltale sign
Oo.
that our music will live on.
It's
When
timeless.
Yes, when we performed in the Baguio Convention
Right.
Center, it was the young people who got up and just went wild dancing. We were so surprised. When we do this show, you will see oldies and young ones dancing together, which is a nice thing while you're singing, and then you see them in the audience dancing.
I hope you could watch us.
We were not able to catch that
Into the Groove.
show with Boots Anson Roa,
Yeah.
the,
Oh,
the
yes,
fundraising,
Yeah, the fundraising there.
concert.
October last
But
year.
you have something this coming September.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Into the Groove at Samsung Theater Marketplace. It's at 7:30, I think. And it's for the benefit of the CEU Alumni Foundation for the item
CEU
Magbukan
is
Tribe.
Centro Escolar University.
Central Escolar University and their CSR programs. This is also a fundraiser for ailing OPM artists who can
Yes.
no longer provide for themselves.
I was just talking about it backstage while we were waiting. Ito ba nating edad nito? Panay fundraising na lang. Parang this is, where our place in history is we're already helping people and not just ourselves. Kasi we don't have to fight tooth and nail anymore for each
And
other's
it's a blessing
space.
altogether because
Yes.
we can still do it to help.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank God.
Yeah, I
God
mean,
for
like,
that.
it's such a great cause kasi syempre, I'm sure there are a few people na ka-generation ni Ann.
A lot of other OPM greats are joining you
Yes,
guys
exactly.
in the
Who
show,
will be excited
right?
for this in particular?
Yeah,
Can you tell us
yeah.
more about yung mga kasama po ninyo?
Oh, we have Celeste Legaspi
yes.
who will be with us. We have Leah Navarro, of course.
Leah
who will be
Navarro.
with us
Nanette
this morning
Inventor
as
will be
well.
Nanette
there.
Inventor.
Yeah.
Pat
And,
Castillo
and Bo Cerudo.
and Pinky Marquez.
And Pinky Marquez. So
Wow.
all fantastic singers. And when we get together,
Oh, it's
it
a
is
riot.
even more fantastic.
yes.
Because it's so much fun when you're among friends.
Yeah.
That's true.
Diba? I
Yes.
mean, you're not working. We love rehearsals. We love eating. We love everything that goes with it. So we hope you can catch this September 13.
Yes.
15, that's right, at the
Yes.
Samsung Hall SM Aura.
SM
Yes.
Yan ang
at
memory ng
7:30.
Thunders.
What are you, Sir Ding? What are you most excited about this show?
Basically, to be able to help and at the same time have fun doing it. And of course, the thing is, like, not all of us were a part of the group before.
Yeah.
And the fun of them getting into the groove of being with
All
a bunch of
vocalists.
singers,
We're all
it's
solo
so much fun
vocalists.
for them.
Yeah.
They're like,
I was
Mitch,
saying, yeah, I'm in a group, so now I have to learn how to the
Yes.
the dynamics of being with a group and allowing
singing with a group,
singing
yes,
with a group
our
and
own voices,
Yeah.
Yeah.
equal shining moment.
for us to blend very well. So basically, the technique in sounding good as a group, not only individually, as soloists, no, but we have to sound good as a group.
Yeah,
Right.
like look at our duet. Can you imagine dalawang thunders na kumakanta na?
I love it. I love the song.
I
I love the
love
song
it,
choice.
though.
Ah,
Oh,
really?
yeah,
We just
ganda.
came up with this the other day. Huy, may guesting tayo.
We have to sing a song together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ding and I have never sang a duet together.
Oh,
That's
wow.
super
Yeah,
interesting.
and so he was suggesting some love songs. Sabi ko, nakakadiri naman at our age.
Mga yung, tonight I celebrate my love for you. Di naman nakakadiri.
Oh my God.
Namin ma-feel.
You mentioned that a lot of you are solo vocalists, pero do you feel that this is probably the most you've collaborated sa career ninyo?
For me, yes. Personally, I have never collaborated this much. Not unless you're from musical theater, which is,
Its own thing.
Rehearsals.
The discipline of musical theater.
This is what's
yeah.
happening. If you're seeing the video, we just keep rehearsing. So the collaboration is a wonderful thing, and I'm glad that at this phase of my career, I'm doing this.
Wow,
Because I was
fantastic.
wondering where is it going to go at a certain age, and then this is the one that came up. So again, it's fun, it's lovely, and I've gained 10 pounds.
10 pounds!
Dahil sa kainan.
Kainan!
Alam mo,
kapag magkasama kayong lahat.
I feel like yung kwentuhan behind the scenes during rehearsals, yun yung pinakamasaya.
The call time is 2 p.m. Then we eat from 2 p.m. to 3:30, and then we
we
just start
rehearse.
rehearsing at 4.
That sounds
And then
right.
we break for merienda.
Oh,
again.
I was gonna say, syempre, ilabas na yung mga merienda, yung mga
Yeah.
ensimada.
That
Ayan,
sounds
oh my
right.
goodness.
Oh, that's so good. But then, you know what? We have to wrap up this segment quite a bit.
Sure.
Yes.
But we always ask this one question to all of our live guests in particular, Anne.
Yes, our show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful? Let's start with Miss Mitch.
Waking up at 4:30 this morning and watching the sunrise, which I rarely see, the pink coming out and everything, and then knowing that I will be here and enjoying a new experience.
Sir Ding.
With me, it's basically being a part of a fundraiser for a good cause. Starting that day with that positive way of being able to help is, to me, it makes your day beautiful.
That's perfect. Now, September
I'm
13th.
meeting you guys.
Thank you.
Kasi you're also new in my life.
Thank you. Alam mo, can I just say, nasa starstruck ako kasi kakapanood ko pa lang actually paulit-ulit, yung real mo na nag-British accent ka ng
yes.
newscast is my favorite.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
Yes, my goodness.
Sample nga, Miss Mitch.
47 people were killed in downtown Tel Aviv when a bomb exploded due to terrorism.
It makes the
Let me
news
add to that.
very interesting.
My waist is British, you see, because I lived in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Make a ride on Bayak and a Baro.
Oh, that's so
Biyak na bato.
biyak na ba to?
Bayak and a Baro.
Yes.
Ang galing. Sorry. For those wondering what we're talking about, I am so sure na nakita niyo na yung reel
Nakita
na
na
yan.
yan, yeah.
Oo.
I was
ni-
so shocked when I saw it. I mean,
It went
some
viral.
stranger out
Sobrang
of
viral.
there. My nephew had to tell me, Tita Mitch, you're going viral. What? What's viral?
Oh, no, but it was so good. It
So
was so good kasi totoo eh. Like for those wondering, it's all news sounds good with a British accent kahit
Yes, with that
masama.
accent.
Oo.
I love the British accent.
Oh my gosh. All right. That was an unexpected treat. But thank you so much, Ding
Pleasure.
and Mitch. And I hope we made you a morning person kasi you
No,
like the
actually,
sunrise.
age made me a morning person already.
Okay.
Because, our work is at night. We come home 3 a.m.
Okay, so
We
early
go from
morning
a
person
gig
ka.
and but since since the age kicked in, we don't do that much anymore. Regular late night,
Yeah.
So I'm shocked that we're waking up at 7, not 4:30
And the
like
number of
today.
times we go to the toilet. We have to
Oh
be up
my
there.
Bathroom breaks.
That's so true. Thank you so much again for
Thank you,
joining
thank
us,
you.
Ding and Mitch, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to catch their show Into the Groove on September 13, 2025 at the Samsung Hall, a fundraiser for the CEU Alumni Foundation for the Aita Magbukon tribe and their CSR programs, as well as a fundraiser for ailing OPM artists who no longer can perform.
And our OPM treat is not over. OPM icon Leah Navarro joins Day Nix after the break. You don't want to miss that. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. there and welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Our next guest today believes OPM is timeless. You know her best from her interpretation of Isang Mundo, Isang Awit, as well as Ang Pag-ibig Kong Ito. Here's Leah Navarro and Ding Mercado as they sing the 80s hit song Lagi na Lang on Day Mix.
Lagi na lang ako'y may alinlangan, may pangamba sa iyong pagmamahal. Lagi na lang di ko maunawaan ang pagsintang alay mo.
Di mo alam, tangi kitang pag-ibig, laging ikaw ang laman ng aking isip. At sa gabing may luhang paligid, naghihintay sa iyong awit. Hindi dapat maligalig sa taghoy ng pag-ibig, at ang puso'y naglalangit sa tamis ng iyong halik. Puso't diwa'y magkasanib sa isa't isa. O aking sinta, hindi dapat maligalig sa taghoy ng pag-ibig, at ang puso'y naglalangit sa tamis ng iyong halik. Puso't diwa'y magkasanib sa isa't isa. O aking sinta. At kung ika'y malayo sa aking piling hinahanap, tamis ng iyong pag-iliw.
Tanging ikaw ang laman ng aking isip, sa puso ko'y may langit.
Hindi dapat maligalig sa taghoy ng pag-ibig, at ang puso'y naglalangit sa tamis ng iyong halik. Puso't diwa'y magkasanib sa isa't isa. O aking sinta, hindi dapat maligalig sa taghoy ng pag-ibig, at ang puso'y naglalangit sa tamis ng iyong halik. Puso't diwa'y magkasanib sa isa't isa. O aking sinta.
Thank you, Monet.
Thank you so much for that performance. Beautiful day, Leah.
Leah, we'll have
Yes.
have you take a
Happy
seat.
to join you.
Thank you so much, and also thank you so much to Manette Silvestre, our keyboardist for today.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, also the musical director for the event happening as well.
Yes,
this
he
September.
is. Yes, he is. And it's so nice. It's so nice to be able to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
3
Welcome
o'clock.
back.
So si Miss Mitch
I'll be back
kanina,
here with you.
Yeah. Miss Mitch woke up at 4:30. Ikaw earlier, you woke up at 3 a.m.
Yes, I have this thing. You have to wake up your voice somehow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Mitch did a great job. And, I always want to equal my friends.
I think we have to
But that
start
was-
doing that. Waking up early. Baka iba yung
Wait
boses
a minute.
natin.
I wake up at 4 every day.
No. I wake up at 3. Tapos mag-vocal warm-up tayo.
3
Baka we might
a.m.
sound like them.
Baka, no?
lang.
And then maybe we can have like an opening number all the time on
Wag
the
na.
show?
Okay, sige, let's move on.
Okay. But Miss Leah, it's so good to have you back on the show. And that song, I believe when you guested 6 months ago ba yun?
Yes, it's been
so,
almost
almost
half a
6
year.
months, half a year. And you sang that song also.
Yes.
And it's just timeless. You know, when I listen to it,
Oo.
talagang mapapasway ka talaga eh. And you've given us so many amazing songs, timeless classics.
You know, I have to confess. When I started singing those songs, I never thought they'd become hits. I just thought that they would be, fun to perform.
Okay.
And then we're here.
Which of your songs, Miss Leah, still gets you the loudest reaction every time you perform it live?
It's I believe it could be Ang Pag-ibig Kong Ito. But I don't understand why, because it's a very depressing song.
Pero it's so singable. If there's such a word,
No,
no?
maraming suwi sa Pilipinas eh.
Yun nga, I think that was my bakit puro sad?
Yeah,
Puro
actually.
break up.
I mean,
Tapos, puro hoping na magka-boyfriend ako. Or something. Hello naman. We should be happy with ourselves.
It's incredible kasi yung Ang Pag-ibig Kong Ito actually has 14 million streams over on Spotify.
Really?
Yes.
I would like to
14
call the attention
Yeah.
of my recording company.
So 14 million streams over Spotify.
Really?
And then
I didn't even know that.
the second one, it's a bit further down, pero 1.8 million streams, Isang Mundo, Isang Awit.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah,
They
and then-
always
It's a song that young little kids learn in school, apparently.
Yes.
Because then that's how they learn about the United Nations.
They
Yes.
always sing that like pag linggo ng wika or UN.
Yes.
Diba? Yeah, yan ang
Yes.
pinapakanta. Because I remember I sang that when I was in elementary.
See?
And then yung sisters ko and my daughter as well. O diba? It
know,
just
they know
passes
na.
on from
Yes.
generation to
Yes.
generation.
I would not know about the United Nations if it not for that song.
Oh, mag-holding hands pa tapos mag-sway-sway on stage, right? Yeah.
All right, so sorry, I just want to round the top
Okay.
3. Kailangan Kita, 1.6 million.
Really?
Yes. So those are the top 3
You know,
sa
I
Spotify.
didn't know about those things because, to be honest, I don't listen to myself. I listen
Why
to my
not?
friends.
Oh, really?
Yes, because why would you want to listen to yourself?
Yeah. You
There
know,
would be something very wrong.
what I find interesting about yung discography po ninyo, when I looked at it, one of the first things that do come out, first of all, the sound of the 70s and 80s. We mentioned it a while ago
yes,
that talaga may Manila sound.
Yeah.
But you actually did a city pop single, which is Japanese. Yung
Futare Dake no Ai.
No Ai. That
It's
surprised me.
there?
That, I mean, it's alive on YouTube. I've seen
Okay,
it.
Paolo.
But,
you see, you have been just digging up too much.
I mean,
This
what
is
was
very
that?
unhealthy.
Are these things
Very
that you don't
unhealthy.
want us to find out about?
No naman.
Okay.
But it's a surprise, and actually very
Oh,
grateful
and
that
that's Spotify.
this-
People listen
yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
that's really scary.
Are there some works na nagulat ka na buhay pa?
Correct.
Oo.
Na kagaya nung mga sinabi mo. Well, we have to be grateful. I'm very grateful. I think all my friends are. We are grateful that we are still being listened to, that people still enjoy our music, and I hope they find new meaning in our group performances together.
Yes.
Which for me, as Mitch said earlier, that it brings something new and very fulfilling for us in our Thundercats days.
Oh.
Yes.
Thundercats days.
Yes, we are the Thundercats.
Hey, I love that reference. I think I'm the last generation to understand yung Thundercats.
Buti nga,
reference.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you know what
I know what Thundercats
is.
I know what Thundercats are.
Yeah.
I've
I mean, the
watched it.
show.
Yeah, I watched that show.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know what they would
Kasi
call it now.
really-
Kasi
for that.
our former partner on the show,
Hindi niya alam kung ano
hindi
yung
niya alam yung
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oo. Anong pangalan nga yan? Thundercats? Google
Pero
ko.
we
Go
spell
ahead.
out. Pero
Let's go.
Yun. And we spell it though differently,
Thunder.
Thunders.
No, it's D
D.
apostrophe capital TANDER capital KATS.
The Thundercats.
The Thundercats.
Ayun,
I
tama
love
yan.
it. You should form a group na gano'n, no?
That's what we
Leah.
call ourselves now. I mean, we
That's the
discovered it
informal
only
name.
yesterday.
Ah.
Yes. This was only, these things, they may come and go very quickly because of our advanced age. But this one, I think, will stick.
Well, you know what? If you have a new group called the Thundercats, we will gladly help promote it.
Yes.
Thank you. I hope so.
And you can always guest on the show, perform here. The show's always
we
open
like
for
being
you.
here. And it's
thank
worth
you.
it's worth waking up at 3:30 in the
Yeah.
morning for. That's for sure. No, but I'm glad you do give us a way to promote. Thank you so much for doing that, because the shows we do are really not just for ourselves anymore.
Yes.
It really is they're for other people and for other people to enjoy.
Right.
Because I know you're going to ask me, this is what makes a beautiful day.
Oh, so she answered our last question in
wala
advance.
I can add
So
later.
wala
Don't
tayong
worry,
last
I can
question.
add.
Paano
Pwede
yan?
pa rin.
Oo.
But yeah, you've lent your voice not just to music, but to causes and advocacies
Yes.
as well, issues that are close to your heart.
Me,
Like,
in particular, the group singles me out all the time. I'm the activista, remember? But we're not here to talk about those things today.
yeah, so you have a benefit show coming
Yes.
this September. What do you look forward to the most about this show?
I am looking forward to our production numbers because, like Mitch, I really began as a solo performer. So being able to sing in a group, to learn voicing, to harmonize, and to have dynamics, to learn all of that good stuff. Even at this age, right? It's something new and it's exciting. And when we can impress our audiences and make them pleased and happy to hear us, that's the top of the pops for me.
Is there anyone from the roster that's included in the benefit show that you have not worked with before?
Never. None of them. I've worked with
Really?
everyone.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, we're very lucky.
Okay.
And all of us go back almost 40 years. Some of us, yeah. As friends, I met Ding as a child.
Wow. When Ding...
Nag-react si Sir Ding! Natawa siya!
Yeah, I met him as a child. Actually, he choreographed my part in Isang Mundo, Isang Awit at the Metropop.
Oh.
He was the choreographer. He just doesn't
I'm looking
remember.
I'm looking at Sir Ding for confirmation.
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
Yes daw. Oo.
Yeah, it's a blessing being part of show business and entertainment and being able to still have friends who we love, and we love to get together. That's so important, especially when you spend a large part of your experience as a performer competing with each other. We don't have to do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fine.
It's so nice because, again, this is for the benefit also of other OPM artists who are no longer able to sing and
This is true.
need a bit of help.
Yeah.
We talk about the connection that you've made, not only with your fellow artists that you're performing with, but then those that you are helping out. How nice is it to see that yung music world ninyo, yung generation po ninyo, has now come together in a way that siguro 20 years ago, we probably did not think about this collaboration happening.
Well, yeah, you don't think of it when you're still young and when your careers are going well. Everybody thinks that, oh, you're a performer, you've got lots of money.
Yeah.
No, for us, showbiz or entertainment is feast or famine. And when they see you on stage, that's when they see you. So many of us do not have the benefit of regular jobs, regular puesto, as they say, also in the business. So, because we're mainly artists, our focus is always not just on making gazillions, right? That's not it's an art, it's a craft. And we put a lot more energy into doing that. And hopefully our managers or people who take care of us will take care of that business part as well. But it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
So when we have colleagues in the business who become unwell and unable, to take care of themselves, it's a blessing that some of us are still around to be able to do that for them.
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Because you never know. You never know. And it is also good for people to realize that helping each other is what really matters.
That's right.
Yeah.
The most important thing.
Yes.
You know what, Miss Leah? I wish we had more time.
I know you don't, because we have to end our beautiful day soon.
know.
No, this is just the start of the beautiful day.
Yes.
Not
But
the end.
you're always welcome to guest again and sing here,
Thank you,
perform
Anne.
live.
Thank you, Paolo.
Before we throw Miss Leah our last question, invite them once again to join your benefit concert on September.
Thank you. Please join us at the Samsung Hall at SM Aura on September 13. There will be a wonderful show that we call Into the Groove. It's for all ages, and I will be performing with very good friends, Celeste Legaspi, Mitch Valdes, Bo Cerudo, Pinky Marquez, Pat Castillo, Nanette Inventor, and our musical director is Monet Silvestre. I just want to make sure, when you're a senior, you got to make sure you got everything
All
right
the details.
here.
Yes. It's on the screen.
Yes,
There
so
you go.
And
It's on the
Mercado as
screen.
well. Ana Ilagan for the direction.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so we are very grateful to have Ana Ilagan taking care of us and making us all look good, including Jackie Aquino. So we are very grateful for that. And you watch our Barkada. Please enjoy with us, and whatever we raise, we help very good and deserving people.
All right. Thank you so much, OPM icon Leah Navarro, for joining us this morning. Wow.
It's such a pleasure. It was such a great musical day.
Yes.
And we just want to say thank you again for sharing your music. And
Thank
of course,
you.
we cannot wait to hear more from you, especially sa Into the Groove this September. And hopefully, we have you on more often.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you so
Leah.
much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for making our beautiful day.
Perfect. All right, so we got to wrap things up here. That's a wrap on our show this Tuesday, August 19th. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead, and always remember to choose joy, spread love and kindness, and pack your own sunshine wherever you go. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful Day!